The snow had barely melted when Leo arrived in Toronto, dragging his 2 suitcases through a slush-covered street that smelled faintly of coffee and car exhaust. He was 24, from Iloilo, and his dream was simple: finish his degree in computer science, find a decent job, and send money home to his parents who had sold their tricycle just to afford his plane ticket. Toronto, though, didn't care much about his dreams. The city was cold, fast, and unforgiving. Rent was due every month, and tuition felt like a slow, expensive climb. He worked part-time at a grocery store, mopping aisles and stacking boxes, earning just enough for rent and instant noodles. Every night he called home, pretending things were fine. But by the 3rd month, Leo's savings hit 0. His roommate Raj noticed the worry. "Bro, you look like you haven't slept since Christmas," Raj said one night. "You okay?" Leo tried to smile. "I'm good. Just thinking about how to stretch one more paycheck." Raj nodded. "We all been there. But hey, you Filipinos, you guys can cook. Every time you grill something, the whole building smells like heaven." That line lingered. You Filipinos can cook. The next day, while scrolling through Facebook Marketplace, Leo saw a used portable grill for $30. It looked beaten up but functional. He stared at it for 10 minutes before messaging the seller. That weekend, he stood in a small park behind his apartment, wearing a jacket 2 sizes too big and holding a grocery bag full of marinated pork skewers. He'd made them using his mom's old recipe: soy sauce, calamansi, sugar, garlic, banana ketchup. He'd grilled the same thing during fiestas back home, surrounded by laughter and karaoke. But now, he was alone, the air cold and unfamiliar. He lit the charcoal, and the smoke curled upward, carrying with it a smell that reminded him of home. Sweet, smoky, comforting. A few passers-by stopped, curious. "What are you cooking?" asked a woman walking her dog. "Filipino barbecue," Leo replied shyly. "A little sweet, a little smoky." She smiled. "Smells amazing." Leo offered her a skewer, free. She took one bite and her eyes widened. "You made this?" "Yes, ma'am." "This is... Wow, you selling these?" He hadn't planned to, but her reaction lit something inside him. Yes. $2 a stick. By the end of the day, he'd sold 30 skewers, $60, more than his grocery store shift. That night, Leo couldn't sleep. Not from excitement, but disbelief. For the first time since arriving, he felt a flicker of hope. He called his mom. "Ma, you won't believe it. I sold barbecue in the park today." "Barbecue? Anak? In the snow?" "Yeah," he laughed. "They liked it. I think I'll try again next weekend." "Just be careful, huh? Don't get sick." The next Saturday, he returned, with a hand-painted sign that said, "Pinoy BBQ, sweet, smoky, home-cooked." More people came, a couple of students, a Filipino nurse who said, It smells like Manila." An old man walking his dog who said it reminded him of Hawaii. By the 4th week, there was a small line. Leo could barely keep up. Raj joined to help collect money, laughing as he waved bills in the cold air. "Bro, you're famous in this block." Leo smiled, but it wasn't fame he felt. It was warmth, the kind you don't get from heaters or blankets, the warmth of being seen. By summer, his temporary side hustle became a weekly ritual. Locals started calling it Pinoy BBQ Day. Every Saturday, the small park filled with smoke and laughter. People brought their own drinks, kids played frisbee, and the smell of marinated pork drifted down the street like a weekly festival. Leo had regulars now, a nurse named Jenny, a Jamaican man who called him Chef, and an elderly lady named Mrs. Whitman who claimed it was the best thing to happen to the neighborhood. "You make us gather again," she told him once. "This park's been empty for years. Now look at it." He smiled humbly. "It's just barbecue, ma'am." She chuckled. "No, son, it's community." Word spread quietly, through neighbors, through social media posts, through the smell that lingered every Saturday afternoon. Soon, even people from other blocks started showing up. Leo upgraded his setup: a bigger grill, a foldable table, even a small tip jar labeled tuition fund. People loved that. They'd drop coins, bills, and encouraging notes. One woman said, "I heard about you from my coworker. She said you're putting yourself through college. That's brave." Leo just smiled. "Trying my best, ma'am." There were still hard days, rainy Saturdays when no one came, or nights when the police asked him for a permit. But every time he thought of quitting, someone would stop by and say something like, "You remind me of home," or "You make this city feel warmer." He never expected that kind of power, to make strangers feel at home. Then one weekend, something unexpected happened. A man in his 40s approached while Leo was grilling. Well-dressed, expensive shoes. He looked around at the small crowd, then at Leo's setup. "You're the guy they talk about online, huh? The student barbecue thing?" Leo shrugged. "Maybe, sir." The man smiled. "I own a cafe nearby. How would you feel about doing a pop-up there once a month?" Leo blinked. "A pop-up? Like, in your cafe?" "Yeah. We've been looking to add something authentic, something with heart. And everyone keeps talking about your barbecue." It wasn't just an offer. It was validation. Someone saw value in what he built from smoke, sauce, and survival. For the first pop-up, the cafe filled up. Families came, locals came, even some of his classmates who once teased him for smelling like smoke after weekends. They lined up laughing, proud, bing. When he brought out trays of barbecue, he saw something in their eyes. Not pity, not curiosity, but respect. After the event, the cafe owner patted his shoulder. "You're not just selling food, kid. You're teaching people what home tastes like." Years later, Leo graduated. He could have gone straight into tech jobs. He had offers, but he didn't. Instead, he started a small catering business with Raj and a few friends. They called it Barangay Grill. Not flashy, not big, just steady. Every Saturday, though, he still came back to that same park. He still lit up his grill, still sold skewers for $2 each. The same way he started. Because for him, it wasn't about money anymore. It was about that feeling of community. Neighbors gathered, laughter echoing, smoke rising like a signal that said, "You belong here." Mrs. Whitman still came, now in her 80s. "Still doing it, huh?" she said one sunny afternoon, leaning on her cane. Leo grinned. "Couldn't stop even if I tried." She smiled. "Good. This city needs more people like you." He looked around. The same park that once felt empty, now alive with chatter and joy. Kids running, families laughing, the scent of barbecue weaving through the air like memory itself. And Leo thought about how it all began. Not with ambition, not with luck, but with hunger. Hunger to survive, hunger to share, hunger to belong. He had come to Toronto to chase success. Instead, he found something greater. He didn't build an empire. He built belonging. And every Saturday, as the sun dipped behind the skyline and the grill hissed one last time, he whispered a quiet thank you to the city that once scared him. Because now it was home.